Testing, testing, testing. Hi there, guys. My name is Rohan Beve, and today we are going to be talking about what causes tides. Today we're going to be talking about what actually causes tides. So you might be thinking, okay, let's say one day you're walking down the beach, and if you've been walking down the beach, of course, you might have seen the waves, like the ocean, okay, rising up and down, okay, and as we already know, the ocean is always constantly moving, which means the waves are constantly moving the ocean, and because of that, the tides rise and fall 2 times a day, and that's kind of common knowledge, okay? So that's basically how the tides just move back and forth because, you know, the entire ocean is always in a constant movement, and due to the waves moving the ocean, okay, right, it also moves the tides, and what the tides are is basically the rise and fall of the ocean, okay, on the beach, okay? So this mainly happens 2 times a day, so that means when the when the tide is at its highest, it's called a high tide, and when it's at its lowest, it's called a low tide, okay? And we need this, many things need this, plants, animals, and us also need tides. But have you actually ever wondered what's caused them? Well, the answer to that is actually the moon. And I'm not joking, it's actually the moon. So how is the moon the reason that causes tides? You see, both the moon and the earth have this thing called gravity, okay? It's what draws objects toward their center. For example, how we, or our planet Earth, orbits around the sun, and how the moon orbits around Earth, okay? Now, the thing is, sure, the moon is smaller than Earth, which means, yes, it does have a weaker gravity, but it is strong enough and effective enough to pull the Earth's water, okay? So whenever any surface of the ocean is facing the moon, okay, and there a bulge starts to appear forming towards the moon because the moon's gravity is pulling it. That is called tidal force, okay? So that's what tidal force is. So basically, it's the water being pulled up, okay? And this pulled up water, okay, is actually the high tide when the, when the bulge is fully up. That means it's because of the tidal force, that's basically what high tide is. But as stated before, you might also be wondering, what about it saying that the tides rise and fall 2 times a day? What about the second time? This seems like the first time. Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. You see, how the gravity on our Earth, or the moon's gravity's effects on Earth work, it's not like it's pulling the water from the Earth. More or less, it's squeezing the water out, okay? It's like a squeezing impact. So it squeezes on both sides, creating 2 bulges instead. One on the other side and the one on the opposite side. So as it rotates, yeah, that stuff happens. So that's basically why that happens, and because of that, not only one part, but all of it, okay? So that's basically what causes tides, okay? And, well, that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to see you next time.